You say you want to destroy your old self. Then listen carefully, because I won't repeat. The old self is comfortable. It fears discomfort. It negotiates, excuses, delays. Every time you say later, rest, I'll start next week, you're feeding that old self. If you want to annihilate it, you cannot indulge it. You must starve it. You must suffocate it. You must replace it with something so unforgiving, so determined, that the old self cannot survive. The old self lives on your addiction to comfort. It thrives on emotional weakness. It feeds from your need for validation. To destroy it, you have to rip the foundations of its existence. You must abandon comfort permanently. You must become obsessed with progression, with discipline, with execution. And that obsession cannot be verbalized or posted. It must be felt in every muscle, every neuron, every second of your day. You need a routine so structured that the old self cannot wiggle through the cracks. Wake up at 5 a.m., no question. Roll out of bed into movement, not because it's trendy, but because your future self demands it. Cold shower, lung wake, then train your body, not for show, for survival. Make your musculature a weapon. Make your cardio unbreakable. Make your pain proof. Then feed your body with fuel, not comfort. Protein, fat, greens, water. No sugar, no carbs, no alcohol. No exceptions. Then attack your mind. No scrolls. No distractions. Devote 90 minutes minimum to your craft. Writing, studying, creating, building. Lock the phone away. Silence the world. Your brain is a weapon. Sharpen it. Then break. Then repeat. Then attack again. This is your new cycle. Repeat it daily. Rain or shine. Tired or not. When you feel nothing, execute. When you feel pain, push harder. When you are bored, prove that boredom is weakness. The old self couldn't do this. It collapsed. It compromised. It failed. And now its coffin is being built one day at a time. The hard part isn't doing this for a day or two. It's doing it when you're burned, emotionally exhausted, physically broken. It's doing it when pleasure whispers, just rest. It's doing it when fame or money is nowhere in sight. Because destroying your old self doesn't need applause. It needs unbroken continuation. You must make this your default, not in motivation, but in action. And action doesn't need emotion. You don't need to feel like it. You just need to do it. You refuse the old you, the luxury of choice. You don't ask, should I? You just do. Because if you ask, you die. Every yes to softness is another nail in your coffin. Understand this. The world won't congratulate you. No one cares. They'll say, oh, he changed, or she's different now. But they won't ask how. That's good. Leave them confused. Let them catch up to your shadows. Because the transformation isn't for their convenience. It's for your survival. And once the old you is gone, there's no room for return. You don't go back to comfort. You don't fall into old habits. You don't justify cheat days or late-night binging. You don't reopen the trap. You burn the house down and build a bunker instead. But building a bunker takes time. You need systems that punish the old self before it even wakes. Habits that auto-trigger, checks that enforce, compliance, accountability that doesn't allow excuses. You will measure your time, morning block, midday block, night block. You will design your meals, You will design your training. You will micro-design your routines every 15 minutes, every breath. And when evidence of the old self appears, boredom, distraction, excuses, you'll correct immediately, mercilessly, because the coffin fills faster than the tombstone. If you hesitate, the old self crawls back, and that kills all progress. Understand this deeply. Destroying the old self is not temporary. It's permanent. It's a war without ceasefire, and war never sleeps. You must remain active. You must remain vigilant. You must stay disciplined forever, or you're dead. You think Aina Koji became calculated by accident? No, he constructed every pattern, every calibration, every manipulation, and that didn't happen by chance. It happened because he refused to let himself off the hook. He refined himself daily. He replaced emotion with choice. He replaced chaos with structure. And that's how he became untouchable. That's your model. Not flashy, not entertainment, not Instagram highlight reel, but steel and strength and silence. This is how you obliterate the old self. You destroy everything it holds dear. You remove all shortcuts. You remove all leniency. You remove all negotiation. You create a system so brutal, so precise, that the old self doesn't even recognize the new version. And that's the point. This isn't about punishment. It's about evolution. Because the old self wasn't wrong. It was incomplete. It was untrained, uneducated, unforgiving. But now it's history. Now you rebuild. Your body becomes functional. Your mind becomes strategic. Your habits become automatic. Your environment becomes hostile to weakness. You don't fall into cracks. You don't allow escape. You don't enable laziness. You architect dominance. You craft legacy. You engineer standards. You enforce limits. Your productivity becomes a weapon. Your discipline becomes your identity. Your capacity becomes your reputation. You become the person the old self feared, cold, capable, calculated, relentless. But remember, this isn't a script you read. It's a protocol you execute. Not a suggestion, but a mandate. And it starts now, not tomorrow, not next week, right now. And there's no turning back. If you falter, good. That means you're killing the old self. That means your limits are being redefined. That means you're ascending. Keep going. Keep building. Keep refining. By the end of 365 cycles, the coffin will be sealed, and a new entity will stand. A being never distracted by comfort, never broken by pressure, never manipulated by emotion. A being forged in the dark, serving one. Mission dominance. So ask yourself, are you ready to destroy who you were? Are you ready to watch the pieces burn? Are you ready to become something nobody sees coming? Then start. Become ruthless with your time. Become surgical with your habits. Become a nightmare to your distractions. Become the executioner of your old self. And once you're gone, once the old self is gone, no one but you will remain. And that is power. That is freedom. That is legacy. Choose destruction, choose rebirth. Choose domination.